Hey guys, welcome back to SudokuManiacs. So hope you enjoyed the video on the internet yesterday. And today I have another interesting Sudoku for you. And this was again hosted on our website on the October 30th as part of the variant, the Sudoku that we place on the website, for it to be solved online. Now this is a regular Kropki Sudoku. Rules of classic Sudoku apply. And additionally, if the difference between two cells is 1, then they are separated by a white dot. And if the adjacent digits in two cells are in the ratio of 1 is to 2, that is one digit is twice the other digit, then they are separated by a black dot. And all possible dots are marked. And the digits 1 and 2 can have either a white or a black dot between them because the difference between them is 1 as well as 1. They also have the ratio of 1 is to 2. Now, I thought let's make it more interesting. So I decided to have an all white dot crop key. I know it looks aesthetically different. So basically what this means is no adjacent cell can have the ratio of 1 is to 2 except maybe the 1 and 2 where they are sharing the white dot. Now this also turned out quite interesting and there was a very tricky way for this to start. So without wasting much time, I think I'll start solving this for you. And yes, like always, if you wish to solve this online, the link is there in the description of the video. And I'm also placing the link to the Play Store where you can also download our Android app. All right. So the first thing I notice is in row 7, I have all the 9 cells in row 7 sharing the white dot, meaning they're all consecutive. So obviously the series can be either 1 to 9 or 9 to 1. So I know for sure the 1 and 9 will be in the extremes, and then it will be 2 8, 3 7, 3 7, 4 6, 4 6, and since this will follow, this also would be a 4 6 with a 5 and a 5 here. Alright, because if R7C9 was a 1, then the series would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also 3, 4, 5 this way, right? So this was the first break in where we get the two fives. Now what next? This 3, 7 can have a 2, 4, 6, 8. Then the next longer chain that I notice is of these 7 cells. So when I have a range of 7 cells which are consecutive to each other, I know for sure either it can be the series of 1 to 7 or 3 to 9, correct? So assuming if this was a 1 to 7, right? This, let's just put in the pencil marks, 1 7, 2 6, 3 5. So but I can't have a 5, so I know for sure the 6 and 7 would not work out, because if it was a 7 it would require 7 6 5, right? But if it's a 1 2 3, this would be 4 and a 5 again, but we also have a 5. So I know for sure I can't have a 1 or a 7. Can I have a 2 and 8? 2 8, 3 7, 4 6, 5, 4 6, 3 7, 2 8, and a 1 9. Now if this were a 3 to 9 series, if this were a 3 3 4 5, which would not be possible because of the 5 here, and if it were a 9, I would have a 9 8 7 6 5 here, which would again contradict with the 5 which we already have in column 7. So I know for sure the series of 1 to 7 would not work out, neither would the series 3 to 9. So I know for sure this is a 2 to 8 series. And continuing that, 2 3 4 5, so this again would be a 4 and 6, which would make this 3 7, 2 8, and a 1 9. And now comes the tricky part here, and this is something which plays a very important role when you're solving a Kropki Sudoku, especially the ones that I create which have all the white dots. Look carefully at this 3 and 7, correct? And I have the option of 4 and 6 here. Now let's see if this were a 6, what would happen? Now 6 with the digit 3 shares a ratio of 1 is to 2, correct? But I do not see a black dot. And with 7, it shares the ratio of a difference of 1, it shares the relationship of a difference of 1, right? But again, I do not see a white dot here. So irrespective of which digit comes here, 3 or 7, I know for sure the 6 can never be placed here. And this is the actual break-in. So I know this is a 4, which makes this a 6, 7, 8, 9. This becomes a 3, 2, and a 1. This is a 2, 3, 4, and a 1. Because I can't have a 1 here. 2, 1, 0 would not be a possibility. So that's a 6, 7, 8, and a 9. And because of that, this changes to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is again a 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And with the 7, this has to be a 6 or a 8. This would be a 5 or a 7. 7, 6, 5, and 9. Fair enough. Now in row 3, the missing numbers are 1 and 9. I can't have a 1 here because there's no white dot separating these two. So this becomes a 9 with a 1. And I have a 5, 8, 5, 8, 6, 7, 6, 7. Correct? But with a 9, I can't have the 8 here because there is no white dot. So this has to be a 5, 6, 7, and an 8. So I have row 1, the missing numbers are 2, 3, and 5. So 2 and 3 will occupy these consecutive places. I have a 3 here. So that's a 2, 3, and a 5. This becomes a 4 and a 1. So with this 6, 5 is there, so this has to be a 7, 8, 9, which makes this a 6 again. 5 cannot be in these 3. It cannot be beside the 6 because there is no white dot here. So this is a 5, which makes this a 4, 3, 2, and the final 1 to wrap up the box. And the last two digits here are 9 and 8. So this is a 9, 8, 7, and the 6, and we wrap up the box 9. So you see that one small step of eliminating the 6 in row 3 column 5 has opened up the puzzle and made it so easy. So with the 6, 7, this has to be an 8 and a 9. I require a 3, cannot be here. 4 also cannot be there because there is no white dot. So this has to be a 5, which makes this a 7 and a 4 here. And this has to be a 3, 4, 3, 4. Again, if this were a 4, 3, 2, 1 is not possible. So this is a 3, 4, 5, 6, which makes this an 8 and a 9. So the final two digits, 7 and a 2. This becomes a 5, 6 to wrap it up. I require 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cannot be here, not here. So this is a 4, 3, 2, and a 1. And the last two digits are 2, 6, 1, 3. Okay, with a 4 I cannot have a 1. This has to be a 3. So that's a 1, 2, and a 6. Finally, I have the 8 and 9. So that's an 8 and a 9. These two are 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, and a 7. And yes, sir, the system says we were correct. So you see how a small elimination, because we have, though there are no black dots present or given on the screen, we know for sure the adjacent digits will not be able to use B in the ratio of 1 is to 2. And always remember, especially with these white dots, look for the 3, 7 beside a 4, 6 without any dot present, because normally if you look at it from the eyes of a consecutive Sudoku, or rather consecutive pairs Sudoku, if with all white dots, all numbers are interchangeable. 1 can be changed with 9, 2 can be interchanged with 8. But in a Kropki, The reverse or the converse rule plays an important role. The absence of a black dot means the ratio of 1 is to 2 would not be possible. So if I were to 7 and 3 can be interchanged, 4 and 6 can be done. However, with 3 and 7, the digit 6 shares the relationship of a difference of 1, and also the ratio of 1 is to 2 with the 3. So 3 and 7 beside a 4 and 6, you can blindly go ahead and eliminate the 6. And that is the crux of this kind of a Kropki Sudoku. I have made a few of these, and I have submitted some of them, which will be available soon on the GM Puzzles blog, as well as in the second Art of Sudoku book that Thomas will be producing. So you can definitely keep an eye out. And let me know if you want some more of these, because I have created loads of these variations of Kropki, if I may call them. Though it's not a variation, it's just the absence of one kind of a dot. But if you guys like this kind of a, let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure I host one more in the coming few days on the website. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So till the next time, happy solving.